Perego, and I'm an artist. I do all kinds of art. I've worked as an art director, I design murals, I do portraits, I do every kind of art you can think of. I've been doing art for my whole life, so pretty much if there's something creative, I've done it. I've been in this area for about 25 years. I've just recently moved away to Miami, but I'm a local. I'm part of the local mix, and it's I'm honored to be able to be part of the scene here, and it's quite a bustling scene nowadays. Like, we were working on this a couple years ago, and there was no real art scene, so it's kind of nice and refreshing to see there's so many people doing stuff, not just us. There's the collection of restaurants and venues here. I've worked with them developing like these kinds of murals. At Kona, I did some murals. At Rose Villa, I did all the portraits there that feature all of the people that made Ormond Beach famous. And so yeah, my artwork is all over Daytona Beach, but also my work is in South Florida. I had a big, huge 13,000 square foot trompe-l'oeil mural that I painted on the ABC Carpet Home Building. That was kind of famous. Also, I did the AT&T Globe in Times Square. So that was kind of cool. People would be sending me postcards from Times Square with my mural in it. And so my art's kind of famous a little bit. Like that one mural in South Florida, billions of people have seen it. Like, so many people have driven by it. We have the local mix thing that's happening at the museum soon, but also this next week coming up, we have Art Basel in Miami, and there's art parties happening everywhere. And actually, I have 3 parties booked for one day. I don't know how I'm gonna do 3 shows in one day at 3 different places. That's quite a challenge. I think I'm gonna definitely do 2, but yeah. We got so many things planned. You just have to keep in touch and just pay attention to the updates on social media, and please follow me and like my shows and come to a party and pour paint over my head. You can find my artwork on all over social media. My name is Perego, spelled Perego. Perego, one self, one per, ego is self. Perego, one self. It's easy to remember, right? Perego. And so my name is just Perego on Facebook, and it's Perego Live or Artist Perego on Instagram, and artofperego.com is my website. The Art Army is the idea that everyone is an artist, that everyone is creative. And we now are in over 90 cities worldwide. It's all people who believe this. And I'm gathering together all the art revolutionaries of the world into one force. And we're bringing the people together that know that we're changing the world through art and creativity. And when we represent the one, then we have the resources of the one. And so if we represent the one, there's nothing we cannot do together. So it's about bringing all these people, and like it's 4 groups in Africa, I think it's 3 in Australia, Istanbul, Rome. So yeah, the Art Army is an international army of artists. And it's also a spiritual thing too. It's the idea that your divine nature is your creative nature. So you get in touch with your higher self through your creative gifts. Artarmy.org is the portal, is the site. And like I said, we have so many local pages. They're organized through Facebook. So they're Facebook pages. So like Art Army Orlando, Art Army Tallahassee, Art Army. So you can find your local area, your local outpost to share your art. And also the headquarters is just Art Army. Well, what keeps me going is that I have bills to pay. I'm an artist. I'm a professional artist. This is what I do for a living. So yeah, that is a motivator. Right, but also as far as who inspired me when I was growing up, I studied Andy Warhol. Not so much his actual art, but the way he had all these multifaceted aspects of his work. Like he had the Interview magazine. He worked with. He did a psychedelic light show like I do. He worked with bands, so he was like across the board, and that's like how it's kind of like very much Art Army. And actually, I just did a show at the Hamptons for Andy Warhol's friends, like personal friends, the people that run the Hamptons art show. And it was weird. It was like I was there and I realized that since Andy's left, no one has brought that kind of energy that everyone is an artist, that everyone is creative. It's about, holding the art this up here, and he's whatever, Sometimes people want to think that they're better than each other or whatever, but it's, you know, it's the idea that we all are part of this. We're all creative, and so Andy Warhol is a big inspiration in that regard. And as far as painting wise, Salvador Dali, his masterfulness, you know, I would like to be a great painter, and he's a great painter. So, and also the way he hides things, I like that aspect. I've done that many times where I've used, you know, hidden objects as part of the motif, and people love it. And I think performance-wise, I remember, okay, so this is important. So I went to art school, and when you go to art school, you're with all the other great artists, right? And then when I was in art school, I realized I learned as much from my peers as I did from my teachers. So my weird kind of, you know, rationale, I figured I just quit art school and hang out with artists for the rest of my life and save half your tuition a year, right? I mean, and you know, you're getting better, you know, and why, God bless them, but why pay money to go to a school when you can surround yourself with creative people and you can still learn and get better, right? So that was a huge inspiration. And I remember I went to a comic book school, and for a second I was thinking about doing comic books, and I discovered how little money they were making. And here it is, I'm reading about Andy Warhol, where he's making like 35G for the first painting, 25 for the second one. He's making like $60,000 in like a week. You know what I mean? Yeah, and these guys are making whatever. So I was at art school and I was getting a little disenfranchised with it. And I'm like, maybe this is not. And then we had a reunion, a class reunion, and this guy, Boris, came in. Boris Vallejo. He is an amazing fantasy artist. So, homie's about this tall. He walked in with two blondes about this tall. His hands were on their hips like this, right? And I just was like, look at this guy. He's like a rock star artist. And I'm like, and it registered. I didn't, until now, I've kind of created this whole like art that rocks thing. And I realized that that was one of the beginning things, was seeing how he's doing it right. Like, these guys might not be making money, but this guy I know is definitely. And Boris is an amazing artist. I'm not sure if you know him, but yeah, he and Frank Zetta hold it down. So yeah, so I've learned that, you know, by being with other people and collaborating is how you get better. If you're just doing your own stuff, you're only as good as you're gonna get, and you might master your craft, but you're not gonna get taken to the next level. So collaborative is for me, what inspires me to take it to another level. What we can do together, I would have never created by myself. You know, and it's kind of boring. Just, you know, I've been doing art for my whole life, so yeah, I know how to do it by myself. Yeah, I've done it. But it's like when I work with other people, then it becomes something else, and I expand, I grow. So that's what inspires me. You are the art. What or who are you grateful for? Aw. I'm grateful for my family, for my mother, for supporting me when no one else did. That was important. And my kids sticking by me with, you know, making a living doing art as ups and downs, and they've never wavered in believing in me and knowing just my family, and of course my friends. I have the greatest friends in the art army, and now extended further is my global family of friends. So I'm very grateful for all those people, because they're just, I have just the coolest friends in the world. My people, my circle of people are like the coolest people you ever meet. They're so nice, and they're kind, and they're creative. You know, they're everything that you'd want. And that's what I'm grateful for. Well, I am really looking forward to the show at the museum. And I think this is the first time I've actually done a live show at the museum. I've done other things there. So this is like, you know, we're breaking the ice. Yeah. And it's going to be awesome. And I hope that I see a whole bunch of people out there. Maybe people that I haven't seen at other parties. Because this is like, you know, this is legit. It's not late at night. It's not after hours. It's not some bar. You know, it's not some nightclub. It's at the museum. So we're legit, you know. And so yes, I'm looking forward to that. So it's going to be a different crowd of people that usually I think come. So, and I'm hoping that we do more art parties there, because it seems like they like it, you know, and you know, they got to make something happen. Thank you.